Hey everyone, Chris Stegall here with Creme de la CRM, joined once again by Matt Kaufman. Hi, Matt.
Hey, Chris.
And we are back with another round of, you guessed it, Q&A with Matt K, the weekly series where we take a question from the Salesforce community and we watch Matt solve it live on the air, unedited, without the aid of Google camera tricks or phone a friend even. I guess occasionally I offer some insight, but it is often just as distracting as it is helpful. So
sometimes on a game show, hosts do help out the contestants. So that's the way I see it.
That's true. Yeah. And I feel like I do serve a little bit of a role as like a rubber duck here, where at least there's someone to speak out loud to, so it's not just talking to yourself on a call.
Definitely.
That said, if this is your first time or you're a regular visitor, please make sure to like and subscribe. It is wonderful when you do so. It expands the reach of these videos so we get to a broader portion of the Salesforce community, and that means we get more questions in, which means more helpful answers out. And I get an email that says, you have a new subscriber, somebody liked your video, and that makes me feel great. It is not spam. It is a welcome inbox addition to the number next to my unread emails. If you have questions of your own, feel free to submit them at quick2.click/Q&A, and we will bump them right to the front of the line. Otherwise, we take questions from Reddit, from the Trailblazer community, from the Ohana Slack, and wherever they can be found. That said, I think we are ready to jump in. These are questions that I have pre-selected. Matt hasn't seen, so every once in a while they're impossible. Every once in a while they take 30 seconds. So let's see what we're looking at today. First up, let me make that wider, and I will zoom in a little bit. We have Laetitia, who asks about sort order on order product, saying in her org, orders are created in two ways, through quotes or manually. Mm-hmm. She can sort the quote line items in the quote and keep this order when converting the quote into an order using Flow. But when creating orders directly, i.e. manually, she can't figure out how to sort the order products. She's not looking to sort them by name or other criteria. She wants to manually be able to sort them. So if you have product A in first place and B in second place, but later want to add product C to the quote, but you don't want it to be added to the end, you want to insert it right between products A and B, she can't figure out a way to do that. She's using standard Sales Cloud configuration.
Can you scroll a little? I can't see the bottom part. There we go. We're in the way. There we go. Standard Sales. Okay. So there's two ways of interpreting this question. One is the way that products appear on the screen, and the other is the way that the products appear on the PDF that you generate using quotes. And I struggle with the first one because I think it is a poor design. Does that sound too harsh? I don't know. That we can look at today, and I think that might be what she's referring to. It's something that I think is what she's talking about, because I think most people watching at home probably are aware there's a button on the screen that says sort, and I'm sure Laetitia is aware of that too. So I think it has to do with the order that it shows up on the screen and not the order actually on a quote template.
Yeah, based on the title, I almost think it's the order that it shows up on the order after the quote's been converted.
You're right. Okay. So she's actually using the order object, not the quote object. Oh, yeah. I see. Okay. I don't know if my org is set up to do any of this, but we can do it quickly. We'll go through it all. Sure. Let's do it. Send me a link.
Throw your screen onto the screen?
Yeah, let's share my screen. Let's start with that. Can you send me a link also, and I'll refer back to it when I get confused again.
Yes.
So let me know if you can Slack that to me.
There it is.
Back here.
I know it worked because I heard the
Slack
noise.
I didn't realize you could hear that. It's so embarrassing. So at least it's not that other tick sound. Well, someone responded with this, which says, if you don't receive a response here, we recommend reaching out to a support team. Well, that's not helpful.
Right. I was going to say there was a response that came in, but it was not a helpful response. I was hoping we could
not a helpful response at all. Saying that if you don't get a response from someone generous in the community, reach out to support. Sorry about that, Laetitia. Okay, let's see if I can do this. So I'm going to start by going to my org and just seeing, is orders even on? Are orders on or is orders on? I'm not sure how to say it. It's a group, I think. It's a feature. Here we go. So I don't think it's on in this org. I'm going to turn on order settings. And we'll see. Oh, it is. Great. Okay, that'll make it a lot easier. And then just to double check, we're going to come here and go to orders. Honestly, the order object is not widely used in my experience, so I'm not the most familiar with it. I've played with it, I think, once in the last year and a half, 2 years maybe. So that's not something off the top of my head that I'm too familiar with. I am really familiar with leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities. And here's a lead record that you can see in my org. And you'll notice that we have this component here. It's a really friendly component called Photo Uploader. Do you like that transition?
Yeah, look at that.
Thank you. Photo Uploader is a native app for Salesforce. It's been on the App Exchange since 2009. And you can use it to add a photo or image to any record in Salesforce: leads, accounts, contacts, custom objects, and more. Super easy to use. And best of all, there's a free tier for you to use to upload your images and add some personal feel to your records. I know that as a person who has to speak with customers a lot, and now we're all remote, I tend to smile more when I'm talking to somebody and I see their face. Sometimes people don't like to show their cameras on Zooms or Meet or video meetings, whatever we call them. But being able to see their face in my Salesforce org, I'm going to smile a bit more. I'm going to probably sound a little happier too. So I highly recommend doing that. You can see here, I've got my picture right there. If you like looking at yourself, you could upload your picture, or you could upload the picture of your customers. Install Photo Uploader today in your Salesforce org. You can get to it by going to quick2.click/photo with Matt K. All right. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and look at this order right here. This order doesn't have any products. This is one that's probably been here for a while. Oh, no, not that long, just this year. Let's see if we can add a couple products. I'm going to try to add them in such a way that we'll be able to remember the order that I want them to be in. So I'm going to put the 10K, and I'm going to hit next. And I'll put a quantity of 1. Maybe that'll be the indicator for us. And then I'm going to add another product, and I'm going to do this industrial high. And we'll put a quantity of 1. And then I'm going to add another product, and we're going to do, let's do the 750K, and we'll just do a quantity of 1 for now also. And as I'm building this out, we'll try to see. Okay, so typically when I'm creating a quote or an order, I usually want to group things together. That's a feature that you can see in a lot of like CPQ type of apps, you being able to group things. I think what Laetitia is saying, well, I want to be able to just get them to be in the right order. Can you do that for me, or make it easy? That's the question, right? We have edit products here, but there's nothing to do there. Usually, there is a field called sort order or line number or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and hit edit object and go to setup. And we are in the wrong object. Let's get to the order line object, order product or order item. Yeah, nice that it's so consistent. Let's see if we can figure out order item number is an auto number. So that's not it. Order original item ID. Wow, there's no line number that appears as a field. Now, just because it doesn't appear as a field doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Technically, in the database, somehow an order is being specified. Maybe that's the ID. I don't know. What we could also try, I'm not going to Google it, but what I'm going to do is go to S-object order item Salesforce. And I guess I kind of did Google it, but that's just a faster way to get to the right page rather than going to developer.salesforce.com and then trying to find it. So this is going to be the description of this object. You can actually find the description of all objects in Salesforce by going to this object reference. I think you can download it as a PDF too, but I stopped doing that years ago because it changes too often. So we can maybe figure out if there's a hidden field. and then maybe query that field or even update it. Adjusted line amount. Let me zoom in to make this bigger. Okay. Quantity, no. Line number. Haha. Look at that. It's not updatable. Interesting.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Is this the right object?
Where do you see not updatable there?
Well, it says create, filter, group, nillable, sort, but it doesn't have update. But hold on. I see how this one has update.
Yes.
Is this the right object? Hold on. Let me just sanity check. Order item. Okay, it's the right item. The way it said Commerce Cloud there, and Commerce Orders, and I got a little concerned that maybe there's another order for Commerce Cloud. But okay, so this is the issue. Create, filter, group, nillable, sort, not update. Okay, and now it's possible the docs are wrong. Sometimes that is true. So let's do a check. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the developer console, and I'm going to open it up in a way that you can see it. And we are going to close anything that I had open from before because we don't need that. And we're going to do a query. Select ID, line number from order item. And let's go ahead and put name in there too. I think that's a field just to make it easier. It's not a field. Let's see what the fields are. So there should be something on here that tells us what it is. Well, let's just do quantity for now. That's fine. Quantity. It was quantity. Oh, look at that. Line number is not. Oh, I didn't read the error. I don't think you guys can see that.
I pulled our faces off the screen so we could see what's going on in the bottom left.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Line number. It's not. But it is. Hold on. Order item. Line number. Create, filter, group, nillable, sort. Now, it doesn't say that I can query it. Is interesting. Used to organize lines on the order. To access Commerce order fields. Oh, so this is a field that was added as part of Commerce Cloud. It's not part of the original order item. That's what that means. And just to double check, let's see if we query this. Okay, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. List price total, net unit price, order action ID, order delivery group, order ID. Okay. Oh, it's this one. That's the auto one, right? Yes, that's an auto. Oh, but look at that. 132.
Okay.
Now, when we come back to the order, what? Hold on. The order I entered it is this order, right? Genoa, then industrial was the 10, then the high, and then 750. When I query it,
585.75 is what we have price wise.
When I'm querying it, okay, so if I, this is just a sorting issue that because P comes before U, but why did it even get? Why is it? What order is it sorting in?
Maybe the ID is from when we created the product.
Well, usually the default order. I'm just curious. If I say order by ID, that's correct. And if I say order by created date, that's correct. Oh, that's incorrect. Oh, no, that's correct. Yeah, that's right. Correct. Yeah. So why is the default order different? But maybe it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for Laetitia's question. So it's just this it's a weird thing that's happening.
Yeah, it's sorting by list price almost, it seems like.
Maybe that's what maybe that's what it is. I guess we can easily test that, right? So let's test that out. This is why it's good to have someone else on a call, right? I'm going to add the 100K now. And if Chris is correct, well, it could be total price too, though. Right? So let's set this to 1. Let's do an experiment. We'll set this to 1. And what is the total price field? It is Is it one of those? Is there just a total amount?
Total price?
Was there a total price?
It was in that formula you just had.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, let's see. Well, no, your theory is not correct, because the 15 is showing up between.
Wait,
so,
but what if you get rid of total price from that query and then?
Well, but what would that matter?
Because maybe it's sorting by the last variable or the last column added.
No, it's a weird, it's a very weird sort. I don't know why this 85 is last. That's so weird. Although, like you said, okay, so hold on. Let's back up. There is some logic here, right? Let's go back. GGGI, right? So obviously it's sorting by, when we do a generic query, it's sorting by the product name, I think, or ID. Let's see if product is on here. Oh, too many fields. Okay. Product 2. Okay, so let's do this. And that too as well. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so this, I think, well, but look at, yeah, that's got to be the order. So it's sorting by product name. Yes, because okay. T should come last. So the default sort order is by product name in a query that does not specify it. Okay. But that's not what Laetitia is asking. Laetitia is asking, how can I actually change it? Now, what I'm interested in, though, is like, well, why? What does it matter how it shows up on this screen? Where was her question? Her question was this one here. Let's pull this up. Okay. She wants to be able to do it. And yeah, I mean, I want to be able to do a lot of stuff. She wants to be able to do it. I don't think this standard related list can do what she wants. That's my gut, what it says, because that line number field is not available.
And you can't sort in that related list right there.
You cannot sort this related list to be based on something that you want, right? Not without doing something. So let's do it, right? Like that's basically what it's going to come down to. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, let's get into solution mode, right? Because we spent a lot of time just getting to the point where I understand what's going on. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this page. I have been using Salesforce a long time. This is not a commercial, by the way. I've been using Salesforce a long time, and it took me a long time to get used to the Lightning Page Editor and using a lot of the features that are available on it. But now that I have gotten used to it, I really love some of these new features. One of which is single list view right here, related list single. I'm going to go ahead and drag that onto here. And then what I'm going to do, just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to just put a rich text in between, and I'm going to put related list single, and we'll do something like this, a caret maybe, or above this. How about this? Above this is the list single. Below this is the standard page layout related lists. Something like that, just so that when we're looking at this in a minute or two, we'll know what's going on here. Okay, so related list single right here. And I'm going to change this from activity history to order products. And now I have a couple of choices here, one of which is default. I can also choose enhanced list. This is what I love. I'm going to choose enhanced list. Or do I want basic list? No, I want enhanced list. And I'm going to hit save. And then I'm going to activate it because I haven't activated this yet because I don't normally. Let's just do order default. Did I just remove it or activate it? I think I activated it. I kind of want to change this even more because I got so much white space here, but that's okay for now. Let's go back and see what this looks like. That did not do what I wanted it to do. Let me try that one more time. It could be a caching issue. What? Okay. This happens sometimes. It happens to the best of us. I think I was not paying attention or doing too many things at once. And so I need to go to the Lightning App Builder. If you don't go to the Lightning App Builder, you will create a new page and have duplicates. And I'm going to edit this page from the Lightning App Builder, and I'm going to hopefully be online because I just got an error saying I'm not. Here we go, assign. I think, yeah, I thought I clicked the wrong button. Okay. Let's go back to here and refresh. There we go. Perfect. So above this is related list single. That's here. Now, what's so great about these enhanced lists is look what I can do. I can sort by clicking on it and sort ascending and sort descending and sort ascending and sort descending, right?
Yep.
And so you can see where I'm going with this, right?
Yep.
If there was a field and that field had the
desired order
that Laetitia wanted it to be in, we could then sort by that field. So that's the next step that we need to do. I'm going to go ahead and create a new field. We're going to edit the object and new field called sort order. It'll be a number field. Now, some people like to do numbers with decimal places, and they'll have like a 1.001, and that way they insert stuff. I'm not into that. I like whole numbers, integers. And we're going to hit next and just get this field out there. Next and save. Okay. And now we can come back here and I'm going to edit this one. Sort order. We're going to make, well, what was the current sort order? Let's take a look. So here, audience participation. Go put in the comments what you want the sort order to be. No, in 2 weeks we'll get back to you. Chris, why don't you tell me what order you want this to be? Let's see if I can get it.
Yeah. Quickly too, is there a way to like inline edit the sort order from this screen so you don't have to go to the products individually, or no?
Yeah, I can. Well, I can do it like this and not do it individually, right?
Yeah.
This screen can be edited to have the line number. It doesn't have it right now, so I have to add it. There. I mean, was that a trick question? Is there a way to do it on the answer drop?
No, like that's just in my mind. Like in terms of UI, I would like it if I was on the order and it showed.
I think we might be able to figure something out. But let's because I feel like there should be. But let's quickly edit this layout and let's add line number to this related list.
Sort order, what you call it.
Thank you, not line number, yeah. And I probably won't be able to put it at the beginning, yeah. So often you can't do that, but that's okay. And then we want to sort it by sort order ascending. Okay. And let's can I get to the save button? I can't get to the save button. It is somewhere on the screen. Oh my goodness, I can't get to it.
You zoom out?
Yep. There we go. Someone did not build this screen for compatibility with being zoomed in, which is a problem because we want to make sure that all of our screens are accessible. And let's refresh and just see if it shows up. There it is. There. Now, if I hit edit products, does it show up? No, because this is a separate layout that I also have to fix. Let's see if I can fix it though, because I'm really bad at that layout. I think it's under order line. Always, nope, let's just do order, product, page layouts. It's not there. It is somewhere. Here we go, edit multi-line layout, found it. And we're gonna put sort order and move that up. Oh, look at that one. That one we can't. Okay. One more time. And I'm going too quickly here. I apologize, everyone. Okay, so tell me what order you want it to be.
Let's do 750 kilowatt and then installation, industrial high, and then propane 100 kilowatt, and then last first or first last.
Yep. Okay, and I can now sort that, right? So 750 high, 100. Okay, and if we come back to this order, it's already sorting ascending, so we can see down here. Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense too, because I did it on the page layout, and these are the same things. So it doesn't matter which one you use. It's just I like being able to sort custom, right? Which you can do in an enhanced. You can't do that in a non-enhanced. That's the advantage. So if she just wants to be able to sort, basically she needs to create a field called sort order, add that field to the multi-line layout, and start filling it in. And then she'll have it in the right order. And then you say edit the page layout to sort by that field.
How did you describe where we added the field to?
So first I created a new custom field, right? So I went to order product, I created the new field. I did a number field because I like that, an integer. So I put that in here. Then I went to page layouts and I edited the order product layout, and then click on the edit multi-line layout screen to add it to there.
That's what it was called, the multi-line layout.
Yes. And then I also had to go to the order object and update that page layout and update the related list on it so that it would sort by the sort order field. Now, I think, no, it has to be one of the fields on the screen. Yeah, that's too bad. So this field has to be on the screen. You can't not have it there. And whether you want it at the beginning or the end, I don't know. It's kind of personal preference. But it has to be there. And this is where I couldn't save, remember, on the screen. So you want it to be sort order ascending. And the result is we get this. And then if you use the enhanced or the related list component, instead of using the standard page layout, you get the ability to sort however you want afterwards, which is kind of nice too. And what I really wanted to do, because I think it'll be a better screenshot, so if those watching at home don't mind me doing something that normally we would edit out, but I just wanted it to be a header with one region, because there's so much space there on the side that we really just didn't need. And I am going to do this the right way. Let's do activities, I think is somewhere up here. There it is, activity. Done. And we're going to just drag that to the activity section. Come on, you can do it. Put it there. Okay. Perfect. That looks great. And now I don't need this anymore, right? So I'm going to get rid of this bottom one here. Well, okay, I'll do it the right way because we're going to take a screenshot. So I'm going to go ahead and put related list single, and I'm going to put the order history. So basically, I'm recreating the related lists that are down here already. And then I'll do related list single again. This one should go here. And we'll do notes and attachments. There we go. Now I can get rid of this one. And hit save and go back. And what a beautiful screen this is now. I can see everything I need to see. I could actually probably put more on here. And it's sorted the way I wanted to sort, but if for some reason I need to sort differently because I'm trying to like do the math or figure out why does this cost so much, when you're on the phone with a customer, it's nice to be able to sort quickly and not have to figure stuff out, especially if it's a long list in a related list.
Yeah.
So I would recommend that. There you go. That wasn't so bad.
Very cool. And so now that sort order value is tied to the product. So if I add that product to another order,
no. This is on the order product, which is a junction between the order and the product. And so it's like an opportunity line item. So this is when I hit edit products, I'm actually editing the products on this order. I'm not editing the product themselves. So if we were to create a new one, we can go ahead and do it. I think we can actually clone this. And let's call this one, we'll just put in here, order number 2. Now, because I'm cloning it, oh, there you go. Yeah. Let's add the 10, right? And we'll put quantity 2 this time. You can see sort order is actually empty, right? It's not there yet.
Yeah.
So it's not going to get filled in automatically because we didn't do anything to do that. You could fill it in automatically if we wanted to get clever with some type of code or flow that, you know, gets all the order items, counts them up, and then puts the number in. We could do something like that. I mean, honestly, I think most of this, my guess is most of the time it's about the right order, right? It's probably close to the right. I shouldn't use the word order so much. It's close to the right sort order, right? But every once in a while, they have to go in and tweak it. That's when you would use this.
Yeah. I was trying to think of a use case for when you mentioned like the decimals. And I was thinking, oh, if Laetitia has product A and then addition, like supplement to product A, product B,
right.
And it's like they have requested product A, product B, and then now they've called and said, we want supplement. She wants to put that below A. And I was like, oh, then you could do 1. And since you know supplement's always going to be beneath that, that'd be 1.1. And then B is always 2.
I've seen that a lot with that. That's why some people do decimals. Because if you do decimals, it's easier to reorder things without having to change everything.
Right.
Right. And so that is a decent reason to do a decimal. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Otherwise, if I change this one to 1, for instance, we don't know the order now. It could be either. I can't control it without changing the rest. So that is probably a good reason to put decimals, even though I personally don't like it. But yeah, that's a good thing.
Theoretically, if you have enough number places, you don't need the decimal.
Well, the other thing is sometimes I see people sometimes instead of using decimals, they'll start with, you know, tens or hundreds if needed even.
Yeah.
And that works also, right? Because they're still numerically ordered.
Yeah.
So like now, right. And so now instead of doing 1.1, I could change this to be 11, and they're sorted in the right order.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, personal preference and based on how many items you have and various other things, you can decide how to do it. If you wanted the ability to drag them, we would have to do that with custom code. We'd have to create a Lightning Web component that would allow us to drag and drop stuff. That's not going to be doable on a screen like this that's built in. But, you know, if you have a lot of records, that might make it easier. Otherwise, I think this is pretty functional. I like the screen. You can edit a lot at once. You can see them all. They're in the wrong order on the screen, which is frustrating. But that's because they're in that initial order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Thank you, Matt. I will throw the question back on the stage here. I will throw our faces back on the stage here. And the speedy recap is we added a related list for order products, made it an enhanced related list so that it would be sortable, created a custom field for sort order on the order products, added the field for sort order to our order product layout and to the multi-line layout or the edit multi-line layout. And then,
I mean, short. The summary is we created a field, we edited 2 page layouts, and that was it basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. The enhanced list was optional. I like it. I would recommend it if you haven't adopted them yet. But it's extra work. And
that's true. Yeah, because we did set the sort order in that layout. So
yeah. Your users, you know, if you're going to release a change to the UI, you should always educate your users about it at a time because they might get surprised and things like that. But I do like them a lot. But yeah, it ended up being a custom field and editing 2 page layouts. It's just that one of those page layouts was the multi-line, which is a little tricky.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that was all set. It's, you know, the 34th minute of this recording. And like you said, we spent a big chunk of the time figuring out how things work so we would know where to start our efforts. And then once you know that, it sort of all comes together pretty quickly.
Yeah. So it's a good question. I don't think too many people use orders on a regular basis. So it's hard to get answers on it. So I'm glad that she asked and that we'll be able to give her a solid answer.
Yeah. And if you yourself have a question that you're having a hard time getting a solid answer for, do please submit it to quick2.click/Q&A, Like I said at the start of this, that bumps you right to the top of the list because we know that you have been waiting for an answer for a while and you have probably exhausted your resources on the Trailblazer community, Reddit, asking around the office, screaming into the void. And so we will happily hop on and record a solution for you or find out that it's impossible and give you some next best options. Once again, please do be sure to like and subscribe to these videos. That helps broaden the reach. I gave you that spiel before, but it's important to me, and I would hope that you do it. If you've stuck around this long, why not? That way, the next time these videos come up, which is typically every Wednesday afternoon, you'll be the first to know because it'll land right in your inbox. And one more thank you to our sponsor for this episode, Photo Uploader. If you are interested, you can go to quick2.click/photo with Matt K. Hop onto that free sample, throw some photos into your org. And that way, when you see people at a conference, you don't need to look at their name badge and say, oh, that name is familiar. You'll go, hey, your face is familiar. And then when you see their name, you'll put it all together. So that is the spiel for today. Matt, thank you again for joining us and being willing to sit in the hot seat and show us how this process unfolds every time.
Thanks for helping me out.
All right. And thank you, everybody, for watching. We will see you next time.